So the day is 4th of July. Happy 4th of July to everybody. I doubt that this video, if it even gets uploaded to YouTube, will be uploaded on 4th of July, but nevertheless, if you're outside of the US, then happy Friday. To everybody else, happy 4th of July. It has been a long time since I have sat down, like physically sat down with the intention to record a quote unquote commentary. It truthfully sounds cringy saying it, but the last time that I sat down to do something like this was probably in 2015, 2016, sometime around that time frame. So it has been, like, looking at the calendar right now, it's 2025. It's been at least a decade since I've done that. And truthfully, a lot of things have changed since 2015. And I'm not even just talking about real life, baby. I'm talking about how fucking shitty Call of Duty is at its current state and time. You guys could probably see videos upon videos all over YouTube about how Call of Duty is just going downhill. Skill-based matchmaking is jacked up. Like, we're playing COD champs every single day of our lives just to have a decent game on Call of Duty. But that's not even what I'm talking about. Like, what I'm referring to is the state of the Call of Duty community in general. And I'm already in the classic, like, cut commentary mindset to where I have to wait until I get into a game to finish my next sentence, but I've been searching for potentially about 2 minutes now. So a lot of you guys who are still active in the Call of Duty community probably saw over this past weekend that World War II was recently released to Game Pass. And World War II is one of those weird games for me because World War II came out the year that I met my wife. So I didn't play that much video games, but I remember with World War II, I get this message at the beginning of every single game now. I don't know if it's because I've been toxic or if this is just the new normal for the game. So in 2017, me and my wife got together. I didn't play that much video games. Like, me and her were doing our own things. Fortnite came out, and I'm not, oh my god, there's a guy actually sitting there. Yeah, you're done. You're donezo, bud. I'm gonna flip spawns. Your bag. Pig it. Oh, you're so bad. Should be someone else here. Oh, there is. So I didn't play that much video games. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I went and played Fortnite with her. That's what she wanted to play. I lucked out and married someone who actually enjoys to play video games as well. So they were all there. So World War II came out. I was excited to play it because my biggest memory of World War II is like the sniping scene starting to slowly come back to how it was a few years before that. And we had, I gotta go. And so we had FaZe and those guys who were doing the FaZe house, I think in like Canada, but I remember watching Kitty or Squid or someone hit like a crazy quad like within like the first week of the game being out. So whenever we got news that this game was coming to Game Pass, which I found out the day of, I was excited to play it. Like, I wanted to get back and see, like, you know, if I was still good at these older Call of Duties without it being on a second, like, plutonium or anything like that. And I had a great time. I got one clip during the entire day that I was able to play. And just so that way you guys can see how proud of I am of just a simple quad. Here it is on screen. But that was it. That was all I was able to do. And then I wake up the next morning to not being able to play the game because people have already went through and are hacking people's accounts and stealing their information because it's not safe to play Call of Duty on Game Pass. Dude, I gotta stop missing this guy. Oh, it could have been a collat. Dude, that would have been pretty decent. So it's just kind of sad to see, like, the state of the COD community currently. And I understand, like, there was a few years ago where there was a time where hackers were just all over Warzone, and people in the community were like, you know what, we'll just deal through a few bad months of Call of Duty and eventually maybe they'll fix their game. Probably like maybe 2 or 3 months after that was whenever we got wind of like Ricochet coming out, and ever since then the game has done nothing but been in a constant state of decay. But World War II, the one day that I got to play this game, it was actually oh, sit down, nerd. It was actually a lot of fun. And now, like, it's one of those classic Call of Duties where you don't have people like this guy running around in some kind of stupid, like, cartoon skin. So now we're back on Black Ops 6, which truthfully, a lot of people don't like this game. I thoroughly... No! Ah, fuck, dude. That could have been something crazy if I would have just kept it going. Iron sights on this LR is just something different. If you guys have not used iron sights on LR, definitely need to pick it up. So I stopped the video right there just to kind of throw some clips in the background. As I was recording this, I went on a crazy ramble to topics that shouldn't have even been brought up about just, I don't know, completely different things. But the main point of making this video today was just to talk about Call of Duty and the state of Call of Duty, which I don't have to remind any of you guys the current state of Call of Duty. Everyone who potentially clicks on this video, you know where we are currently at in Call of Duty. But it's just a depressing thing that, you know, we can't even play an older game that is released on Microsoft Game Pass, that is a Call of Duty game, without the risk of having all of our information taken from our computers, having our computers completely hacked into, and whatever they want just to be able to take on a Microsoft game or application, however you want to say. It's just crazy that we are to the point where this is still a thing. You guys can go back on my YouTube channel. You guys can scroll through the videos that I have, and they're all mostly horrible. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, all the videos that I made back in the day, good luck if you decide to watch them, because they're cringy. I just leave them up there because that's what I did. I still do the same thing. I'll look back on this one day and think this is cringy as fuck as well. But Call of Duty is just one of the games. We have so many memories as a community with Call of Duty, and it's just sad to see the current state that we are in with the game right now. Maybe if everyone, you know, was to go on their YouTube channel and just make a 5-minute video about how sickening we are with the current state of Call of Duty and how everything is at its current point in time, maybe they would change something. Most likely not, but maybe they would change and start being a little bit more active. But I would say that the biggest thing about Call of Duty that we can all probably agree on is skill-based matchmaking. I know that every single one of you, including myself, is so sick and tired of hearing that word thrown around, because skill-based matchmaking has truthfully been the downfall of Call of Duty. Because of where we are with cheaters in the game, skill-based matchmaking, there's no way to look at someone. People who's been playing the game for a long time, you can look at someone and clearly tell if they're hacking or clearly tell if they're just a good player. Most of the time, whenever you have if you look at any TikTok clip on Call of Duty, if you look at any clip on Facebook of Call of Duty, you have half the comment section calling those guys hackers. And most of the time, the guys who uploaded those videos, believe it or not, if you're one of the guys from TikTok or Facebook, most of the time the people who uploaded that video are not hacking. Believe it or not, they're just better. And that's what skill-based matchmaking has done to Call of Duty. That's what having hackers in the game 24/7 has done to Call of Duty. But instead of worrying about a fix of Call of Duty to create some kind of update, some kind of anti-cheat that's going to actually work, instead they have most of their team working on what kind of crazy dumbass unicorn alligator head skin can we throw down people's throat for 2,400 COD points by the time season 4 has come out. For anyone who hasn't been playing Call of Duty for a long time, maybe your first Call of Duty was like within the past 5 or 6 years, skill-based matchmaking used to be something that never got brought up. No one's ever heard of skill-based matchmaking before in the Call of Duty scene until recently, over the past few years. Even if there was a such thing of skill-based matchmaking back in the day, here's a little insight for you guys that we used to be able to do. You used to be able to find a game, and if it was a lobby of guys who maybe you shit on the entire lobby, guess what? If they didn't leave and you didn't leave, the next game you would play those same guys again. And that little code of conduct message that pops up on the right side of your screen now for whatever reason, you never got anything like that. Like, most of the people who take offense to this game now, like I don't have to explain it out to you guys. There were Modern Warfare 2 search and destroy lobbies 24/7 where you were told to get all kind of diseases that would end your life, and you were told to, you know, hey bud, go off yourself. But that was a just common thing. That was what Call of Duty was. I'm not saying that it was right, but we were nowhere near as offended over everything that someone said in a video game. So with all of that negativity aside, for constructive criticism, I could deal with skill-based matchmaking if we could bring back the classic Call of Duty where we don't get rid of lobby disbandment, where you can find a lobby and you can stay in that lobby for 2 or 3 games, and then you can go lobby surf again and find you another place to hang out. Because fun fact, a lot of my friends that I met on Xbox Live when I first started playing, I met from playing 2 or 3 games with these guys in a row on Black Ops 1. And then whenever people started to leave and we didn't want to stay in that lobby anymore, we decided to party up with each other and then continue to play. That's my rant. This YouTube channel is nowhere near from being a Call of Duty news channel or anything like that, but I just figured I would share my 2 cents. But until the next video, guys, hope you guys had a good 4th of July. If you don't celebrate the 4th, I hope you had a good Friday. But regardless, have a good rest of your day. And until the next one, we'll see you.